Hello, our viewers. It's exactly 9:45 p.m. East African time. And so I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending with where you are watching us from. I know we are having friends from Minnesota. Yes, we are having friends all over there watching us, and we want to say karibuni sana to tonight show. Yes, and we want to know, where are you watching us from? This is Couples Wheel Show, and this is where we write down our love wheel. Well, we are alive, for we don't want our love stories to be read when we are 6 feet under. Neither do we want our love stories to be read when we are gone. And that is why Mimi had to come all the way from Minnesota so that she can write her love will while she is breathing. And so last Friday she was here, and so we want to pick it from where we stopped last time. But before then, I want to give her a chance to say hi and introduce herself to us.
Thank you so much for that good introduction. Write our letters. No, write our scriptures, actually.
Yes.
I'll call it scriptures.
Yes.
While we are breathing.
Yes.
Because we don't need to be said who are here.
You know,
when
it's sad.
It's
sad.
unfortunate.
People will talk about you when you're gone.
Yeah.
And also in marriages, you find, spouses will talk about their loved ones during their funeral.
Yes.
It is wrong.
That is really empowering, because you saying that is a challenge to me.
Yes.
And a challenge to others.
Yes.
That give your loved ones flowers while they can smell them.
Yes.
If they really uphold you, attract you in one way or another, don't do it in a tribute.
Oh, yes.
I'll introduce myself.
Yes, please do.
So my name is Florence Mimi Waruguru Wahome Nyoike. I'm a person of many names.
Ooh,
names.
Yes, names.
My father's
Yours
name
is
is
not
there.
a name.
It's not one name. And they
Yes.
all have meanings.
Yes.
My father's name, my husband's name, and my own names.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And who's Mimi? I'm sure that's what you want to know.
Yes, Mimi ni nani?
Mimi ni Mimi.
As in, I am not asking about me,
Yeah.
but Mimi, you.
Like previously, I told you where the originality came from. My
Yes.
name Mimi. I was calling myself when I would be asked, "Jina lako ni nani?" Nasema Mimi. So Mimi stuck from
Wow.
there, and
Wow.
that was my dad who said, "From now you're called Mimi." Even people who would come and not say Baba Waruguru or Baba Florence, they would say Baba Mimi, Mama Mimi. Many people know us like that. And if you use the middle names, they will say Waruguru is the one who was Mimi. And so we were known with our names. So Mimi is, I don't know why I say was, because when I was born, they said it was a girl, and they celebrated. And then from there, I'm a sister. I have siblings. I'm a daughter of the late Mr. and Mrs. Wahome. And then also I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an aunt, and a cousin to many.
And a friend.
To many.
Too many.
And let me add...
Including Dr. Love.
Exactly.
Oh,
lately.
yes.
You're my new friend. What I love about you is how you laugh wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Unacheka yote.
This life is too short.
Tell me
to
about
be
how...
too serious with this life.
Even if we don't have money.
And there is no holiness in being serious.
I know. It's not that I'll make it to heaven before you.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
For reminding me.
Kicheko ni dawa.
Yeah, let me tell you, yes, as you said, laughter is medicine.
Oh, yes.
And it's medicine for our soul. The mind, body, and soul.
True.
If you don't laugh, I'll say if, because it's a choice. If you don't laugh, you're doing injustice to yourself. Cheka kidogo hata kama ni kusmile. There's so much we can look for out there, negativity, and say, there's nothing to laugh about. But look at the small things, the little thing, and find your laughter there. Find your humor. I always say, if you can laugh at yourself because you showed up and your hair, if you are growing the afro like myself, and your hair was sticking out, and nobody told you, but the 10th person told you, ni hii nywele yako inakaa hivi. If you can laugh at yourself because you are told that, you have made peace with yourself. Wow. So laughter comes from how you feel about yourself for you to share that same energy out there. Yes.
And you see, talking about laughter, it's funny again, because you find people will laugh with other people out there. But when you get back to your house, the real people you should be laughing with,
I know.
You know, the other day, there's this person I called, and she was telling me, you know, every time you call me, when I just see your name, I start laughing. And so there's this particular day, we were not in good moods with my husband. So when you called, not even me, I called. Yeah. Another person called, and I started laughing. And the husband said, I know that is Willie.
I know.
You see?
Yeah.
And I think it is important, even as you talk about laughing and laughter, that we need to also to laugh with our loved ones.
Exactly.
You know, I don't know how about America, but I've heard people say in Kenya, when you see two people driving, a man and a woman, and you see them laughing, just know that is not wife. That is not a wife and a husband.
Yes.
You see? Probably that's a colleague or neighbor, and it's a very bad thing.
It's unfortunate.
We should do it together with our loved ones. And it should even be more with our loved ones than when we go out there and we laugh out, you know, our lungs out.
Yeah.
And
then we say, nimesikia vizuri.
Yes.
Kwa nini umesikia vizuri when you're out there and not in your home? Let me correct you. When you say house is a structure.
Yes.
Before you become a family, you're in a house, a structure. But when you get in there as a husband, wife, and children, it changes a home.
Yes.
So if you're not laughing, laughter is not in the home. And you're laughing out there, Jerusalem starts from home.
That's why they are saying when get to town there, mbinguni views.
You be the one that birth that laughter. And I will not say just happiness, joy too.
Yeah.
Because joy is everlasting.
Yes.
So if you're looking for it out there, start home.
And you know, joy is contagious.
Yes, it is.
Just like laughter.
Yes, it is.
When you start laughing, your spouse will start laughing.
Yes,
It's contagious.
Let me tell you, with my children, we sit there and laugh wholeheartedly, going under the table. And my husband, because he's not a huge laughter, we'll find him smiling. Smiling.
Yes.
So that means it hit somewhere.
Yeah.
And when we find him smiling,
you're happy.
Yes, we're excited. Even my daughters will say, what was the joke? That he even smiled. Yeah. Now we want to remember where did he catch us, so that for him to join in. Yes. I'm telling you, it is really good. You even feel your nerves, your whole body is relaxed. So it's another self-love, self-care.
Yeah, true.
Self-care for yourself.
Yes. I agree.
Yes.
Now back to, we promised these people that
I know we did.
when we come here, we want to talk about what is causing divorce rate to be so high in America. What is happening? What are you guys doing we are not doing here?
I know. But I know it's happening here too. It's that but I know the statistics are somewhere. I know it is happening here too.
Yeah.
Let me say, I'll only speak from experience, because I don't know what everybody's experience has been or what their work has been. Yes, marriages are breaking left and right. Yes, there's a lot of hardships, especially when you're young parents or when you're trying to bring up a family. There's so many responsibilities. In Kenya, back here home, you have a gardener, you have a driver, you have a house help or housemaid, I would say.
Are you talking about this Kenya?
Yes. Many of you can afford those people. We don't have that. Mimi ndio nitakuja nipike. I'll take the kids to daycare, take them for extra curriculum. I'm still expected to work, still expected to clean the bathroom, cook. So there's a lot of pulling of responsibilities. And if your marriage is already shaky, the foundation is not firm, those things can lead to breakup, because communication, like we talked about, communication goes away.
Yeah.
I work the night shift, he works the day shift. We never see one another unless we're talking, hello, pick up so-and-so, pick up the bread, all that. It's only through phone or text. So for sure, marriages will go, the relationship or the marriage becomes thinner and thinner. Other things that lead to that is when expectations are unrealistic. Because we all have our expectations. Wewe umesoma, umepata bachelor's yako, PhD, unashindwa huyu mzee ni nini? Afikiri kwani kichwa yake kwaje? But wewe, you're working on your goals.
Yeah.
He's working on his.
Yeah.
Did you guys sit down and say you're both trying to go the route of achieving higher education? For you to say, huyu anafikiria nini? Probably never. And we even find men who are high achievers and the women are relaxed where they are.
Yeah.
And I don't blame anybody here, because if communication is not there, what my goals are, what your goals are, and what are the household goals. So we miss to talk about what the house, I want to achieve that, so I'll do it. But we don't talk about the household goals.
Yeah.
That's where we miss a few things. And then the foundation becomes shaky. You no longer see me as a person. And then the respect starts going away. Yeah. Let me tell you, even if I don't know this, because I'm not in those shoes, and I hope not to be in those shoes of a divorcee. When we don't speak on what is troubling us, I don't expect my husband to know, hii inamusumbua. Maybe mashinda nyumbani. Maybe they're not working together with their siblings. Yeah. We have to vocalize, and then him ajue what to expect or what to pick on, because he can't solve everything. But that assurance, it will be well. At times, some of us need that, or all of us need that. But if the communication is not there, I'm not going to know that, he's not communicating with his siblings, so what should I do? What can I ask? How can I assist? So marriages don't just wake up. I don't wake up one day and I say, I don't want to be a wife to this man. I don't want to be a husband to this man. Yeah. It just doesn't happen. Because as you move along, I start now seeing, ni mushamba, avai kama engine. Sasa wewe umeanza kuweka lipstick. Maybe uko naweka lipstick ya Amerike, uko naweka ya Walmart. Those little things. Yeah. So unaanza kudharau mtu. But I say, even when in times of trial, try to keep the dignity and respect. Because once that goes away, it becomes hard to rebuild. Wow. Yeah. Because even the trust goes down that way, the compassion, the love. Love can be so many self-worth. And if the expectations is unrealistic, you're expecting he should pay all the bills while you go to school. Yes, if he sacrifices, asema, Flo, weenda shule usifanye kazi, I'll pay the bills. Na wewe ukimaliza shule, now sasa unaona yeye ni mjinga. Because I want to say the scenarios I've had. Yeah. And if that's the case, now that is on you too. Maybe there was not a clear expectations like, yes, this is an individual goal, but it's working to get us the home into a better place than where we are. Yeah. So being unrealistic is killing many marriages. Oh yeah, many of them, that script of the unrealistic, for sure that one will kill any marriage and any relationship. Because when you expect more than what I can meet, what my blueprint is. So let's say for an example, you're expecting me to be the breadwinner. Yes, you're not working. I take care of the kids and I make sure I still look like a fit wife as you expect. Utaki nikiwa na bandana, utaki nywele yangu ijatenge. And you're not giving me this money, or you're not saying, what do you need? I can take you for a spa today. I can do the. If you're not sharing all that, then you complain akona bandana, sijui nywele ijatengenezwa, apaki mafuta, deodorant, and then you start reminding. Alafu shingo imeseparate, pima ujue status zako. Yes. And you're the one who's killing it by little things. Because even the empowerment or the encouragement goes away. When she used to be attractive, and I say, oh, you look so nice, darling. Do you want me to buy you a dress? The ones who have bought dresses. Yes. Because not all of us have bought dresses. Let me not say that. But if you are doing that, what attracted you to this human being Because let's go back, before they became your wife, they were somebody's child. They are a human being. What attracted you to this human being? Go back. Was it their skin tone? Was it their hair? Was it the way they dressed? They talked, their voice, their smile, laughter. Because we forget, they are little, but those are the things that attracted you to this person. Kutokea na uko ukashima wacha nishike huyu ako kwa stage niende na it just didn't happen like that.
Now, how can we avoid heartbreaks in marriages?
Heartbreaks, for sure. Let's go back to the letter L-O-V-E, love.
Love. Hii kitu inaitwa love.
Love. Even there's this song that was sung. Mudu no ekete no yoraga ni do wendo. Yeah, wendo. No tume mudu akue. So
Nasoka wakinyahadu.
Exactly. So pretty much like for us to ensure these marriages can continue, look at yourself inwardly. That's self-love, self-confidence, self-worthy. Go back and see, who are you? What love have you given yourself so that you're able to pour onto others, whether it's your husband, your children, your community, your relatives, in-laws, friends, church members. Because you can't pour from an empty well. You have to fill yours. They get the overflow that's on the saucer, a reflection of this. So if the self-love is not there with you, in you, you're making unrealistic moves. Self-worth. What are you worth? Self-confidence. How much do you love yourself? You know, the confidence, say, hey, even if somebody said, hey, that's me, you know? And I always say, this is something I'm just going to go back in childhood. I know this doesn't make any sense, but right, make sense. The ones who have my kind of skin tone growing up, that was not something that was looked upon as glamorous, like your beauty.
Yes.
It was always shunned away because the ones who were light-skinned were seen more beautiful. But then we're coming to find out, as time goes by, people are even taking drugs so that they can be light-skinned. What is that now? Self-worth, self-confidence, cut off. So if you're suffering from that, how do I expect you to be able to fill up or fill those shoes of to your kids, your husband, the neighbors, church members? So there's a lot of self that we have to do. It's the self-work for us to be able and to be instrumental to others who are around us and within us.
That is to say that we need to create self-awareness.
Yes and no. Because if we create self-awareness, I don't know who you are. Where have you been? That is a self-journey. Finding yourself. What does that finding yourself look like, feel like? Because that's finding yourself may be painful. That you don't want to go back there. You want to start here. So if we bring self-awareness, yes, we can reassure, re-empower, but how much can you reassure and re-empower someone who's already doesn't want to go into a space that they don't want to be in?
They don't want to deal with their past.
No.
They don't want to go to their past.
Yeah, their past. Because it will bring some pain or it will remind them of like, no, I don't want to deal with that because I've chosen not to deal with it. But as I say, there's no way history can go past by. We can't bypass history. So we have to go back where we have been for it to make sense where we are and for us to see the future. And especially if you are a mom of girls, if they see your love is in things, makeup, vibeti, clothing, shoes, then they think that's how we feel our love. When you don't have all that, what happens? You're empty. You're looking for someone to fill that void. Where is that void coming from? Back there. It's not now. Yeah, you may have had a heartful relationship, whether it's with your parents, your siblings, or whoever, but then there's some sort of pain because we just don't want to be filled by things, but we want to be filled by quality rather than quantity. Whether it's quality in friends, the support you get from family members, the support you get from your husband, the community, but ensuring you're the one who has the greatest of all. This other one is being poured onto you for you to be able to proceed on.
Wow. You know, seated here where I'm hearing you saying is that for us now to have this self-worth, we need to start by healing.
Yes.
How can someone heal from his or her past?
It's a process and it's a journey. And it's not a 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. It's giving yourself permission to go back to what has hurt you before.
Yeah.
And to go back, at times the universe talks to us. And the universe is never comes by mistake. Almighty God whispers to us. So it's being intentional. When we are intentional with ourselves, then we are able to hear other voices and adjust our own sense of being in this world. Because at times it calls for adjustment. When we say, I don't want to deal with that. So why do you say that? I don't, because it's a struggle, too hard, too challenging. When I will not say bad, however, when you decide to rise yourself above that, then that means you've made peace with it, which is, have you forgiven yourself? And if you have forgiven yourself, what are you doing about it for others to be able to heal? So healing comes in different, the way at times when I've had situations that are challenging, especially when you have had a lot of loss in your own family, journaling is one way that I go back to. And also remaining prayerful. I know my friends will listen to this and say, Flo tells us, hey, we need more than prayers. Yes, I do say that. Marriages are breaking, but we say we need to pray. Okay, after we pray, then what? Actionize things. So yes, be prayerful, prayer warriors, but what's the action plan after that? Not bad. However, what's the action plan after
Faith
that?
without works is dead.
Yes, because Gaia is on the throne, and I like the ones who put the scripture out there, but I'm dying here. You tell me to believe, and yes, maybe I can't. I'm coming to you because you are my last resort.
Yeah.
So at times, listening, and that's why I said sometimes the universe is timely, because I might have come to you, but how I'm presenting my situation, you'll be like, sasa ile story tu uliniambia. You brush it off.
Yeah.
You think Mimi Waruguru, even if she's hurting, she'll come back. That is gone. You missed an opportunity there. And then when people die, you're like, mbona hakuongea, and then you come back. And you're like, alikuwa ananiambia, the husband was beating her. The husband was doing this. Even the last time she came, she said she had left and gone to a shelter or to a family friend. So if we give ourselves permission, because in a world that is noisy, like now, is really noisy, social media, we get caught up in that roller coaster. So if we ourselves decide to be still and listen to what's coming to us, we're only responsible for one. If you save one, because if you're doing rich work and you're going by yourself, like as you said, we want our stories to be read. Yeah. I want it to be read that I saved a number of people, not just the one, although I'm only responsible for one.
Wow. That is deep.
I know. I know, you got too serious. I was like, okay. It's not therapy here.
Wow, let's talk about parenting.
Yes.
How hard or how easy is it to raise girls in America?
I would say parenting is not easy and is not hard. It's what you make it. I only speak from experience because I'm a mother of girls. It's how you make it. I say, like how we say the saying, the proverb say, roga mote urio munini. Na tushokie mokaro.
Yes.
So when we start building them when they are already 16, what are you expecting? You have to start when they're infant.
Wow. I love that.
And to show them that they are people. you're interested in what they're doing, collaborate, partner. Yes, wanafanya utoto then, but yes, I'll say but it is important. Because when you come in, when they're 10 and 11, they're like, why are you so worried about my grades? Why are you so worried about my friends? When even when I was 4 years,
You didn't care.
you didn't care.
Yeah.
So it's being walking along with them. And then when they get to their teenage age, don't be the one who drives the wheel now. Walk alongside.
Yeah.
I'll not say you won't have challenges because I've had my own and we have had our own. To a point I'll say, hey, Nyoike, can you talk to so and so? Then you say, hey, we need to talk to. So if there's that partnership, or when there's that partnership, then you're able to bounce off one another based on our strength. Me, I might be the mama mukari, so when I speak, they stop. But him, he might be the one who's softer, so he'll come in another direction where they'll be like, oh, okay, it matters, I'll do it accordingly. Parenting is what you make it. As for support, there's a lot of support, especially in US. If you need that support or direction, the resources are a ton.
Wow.
So, I mean, I know at times people want to intervene when the kids are far out. Like as I said, when they're 16 and 17, it's somehow late and too late. If they're already having challenges when they're younger, it's not going to get easier now because they're older. So my prayer is to all parents, you cannot correct what you can't undo what has happened, but you can start where you are. But then it's not going to be easy if you have not been in their midst while growing up.
Wow. Yeah. So you personally, how have you been supporting your two girls?
Since then, they were from a younger age, I remember my husband, I don't know who I told, she started taking them to story time. So story time is where you take the kids, they listen to stories being read to them by a librarian. And I've started with mine since I was 6 months. So I was sharing this resource with another family that they have a 3-year-old and I think a 6 months. My husband overheard it and said, oh, you think they are like you, they will do it. And that what I realized he meant, it was important to me. And that's why I did it. Wow. It may not be being, but without even saying so many words, that's what he really meant. Wow. But what I was sharing is my experience and also planting some seeds that have worked for me.
Yeah.
And then, so when they said that, I said, I'm still going to tell them. And I told them, but I don't know whether they followed through. You know, my issue is not you following through. But then it's knowing that, like, if you are told at one time along, then yes, there are resources that are available. You have reached out and it has been shared and people have shared their experience. What else now? The work is for you to do. Yeah.
Wow. So how are you supporting them, those girls?
With their, like Lily, she's one person who is expressive. Somehow she has my own traits. I don't know, that's a word I'm missing. She's very similar to what I do or how I do it. So with her, I know she loves to do gymnastics and do dance and now she was talking about volleyball and something like that and going to church. So it's now seeing if she's interested in those extracurriculum, how do I connect her in those? And how do I make sure she shows up in those activities? Shiko, on the other side, does canvas for therapy, her own therapy, self-care. So she'll paint these canvases and put words of affirmation. So I was telling her, instead of just calling them canvases, why don't you call them canvases with words of affirmation? And she was like, oh, that's a good idea. So she's doing that. There's a lot of that. And she's been able to get sources of people who are saying, oh, where did you get that canvas from? They're like, oh, yeah, Elizabeth did this for me. You can check it out with her. But because both of them have been in Girl Scouts has been a big one for me. Especially in the US, there's not a lot of African American or African children in Girl Scouts. So that one from the beginning of it is an area that I've seen they can thrive, because it will teach them skills like money management, time management, going to the bush to put fire, things that I might not have a chance to show them. And then also to be who's the leader they want to be, or who's the person or individual they hope to be in a community to help others. So it's different activities like those I've seen based on their interests, or we'll have conversations and they bring up, and I take it and run with it. Wow. Is meeting the need as it is, rather than me saying, no, you're going to do basketball because so-and-so's kids are doing basketball. You're going to do music because so-and-so's kids are doing music.
You start comparing your kids with other kids.
Or even reliving your life in your children. Because I didn't play basketball, they got to play basketball.
Yeah.
They are instrumental. They love instrument. Me, I didn't play an instrument, so I don't know where they get that from, because even Dad didn't play an instrument. But they play instruments like in orchestra or even in band, so they play different instruments. So that's a gift. And they said, I want to do this one. And I said, if you're interested, we'll support that. The issue becomes when they present. That's a time for you to ask questions where they're seeing themselves when they do this, a place where to collaborate, to partner. But at times when our children present their issues, we'll be like, tafanya hii. Where are you going to take that one? So both of them love music. So they have been in instrumental music, activities, and also in choir too. Wow. So the only thing I can do, I will say, I'm saying the only thing because if I don't support them in what they're good at or what they're hoping to be good at, then it will be a disservice.
True. And here in Kenya, there are many people who are doing that mistake. And I want you to speak to parents out there who are watching us, because I've heard of families whereby a kid will come and say, I want to be a DJ. But the father, because he's a doctor, is saying, nah, not here. Yeah. You can't be a DJ. Yeah. And so this young boy, this young girl will go to university, 7 years, do the nursing. Then after 7 years, he or she comes to the father and says, you're healed, doctor. Now let me go and do my DJing thing. Yeah. Speak to parents.
Yes, I know many of us have done that mistake. And saying it, even like I remember my daughter telling me she wants to be a designer, and I said, let's sit here. That's art. You want to go that route, but let's consider what eventually pays the bills. I want you to follow your passion and be compassionate in what you want to do. But realistically, if you look at it, will you be able to live off being an interior designer? I think that having that open conversation. That way you give them a roadmap to think through things. So that's what we have tried to do. It has not been a success in every little thing, because there are people who want their children to go to university. And they're saying, me, I just want to do auto mechanic here. I get a certification or a diploma. And because then the positions they are holding, it's like, hey,
it's too low.
That is not my son. That is not my daughter. Okay, if you are a nurse or a doctor, they don't want to do that. Maybe they're not good in sciences. So even looking at their strengths where they are, because there are children who are really good in arts, but they are not as, good in sciences. And you're pushing them into a world where they will have to do a lot of chem and physics. So it comes back to listening to your children. Give it time. Give yourself permission to have that conversation with your children. And then from there, dissect and be realistic about things. Because at the end of the day, like as I was telling my daughter, yes, you can go and have that, do interior design and probably get a job. But at times, for you to get employment that you're going to be able to live off, they just don't hire a degree. They hire the degree and the skill set. So you can get that if that's a degree you want, but then being realistic, what is that add-on I can have for me to be able to afford the life I want to have? Because then they have a life too. You know, nowadays we can't wait on them to be a social security bank. The kids of nowadays, if you're not looking for your own retirement, don't expect your kids are gonna give you a good retirement. So parents, if you want them to be the doctor,
we need to sober up.
There is the one,
yes,
you know, and come and live here. Don't live like you belong to heaven and then you come back here during the day. Yes,
wow.
yes. Wow. So the support of our children is crucial. It's very, very crucial. And I'll say it goes back to communication.
True.
Don't make them your best friends, because I know there are parents who will give it, because they don't want the children to be like, and then be disobedient. No. You know your role, your position. I'm mom, and we can talk about this, but I'm not your best friend. I always tell my daughter, so they know. You know, when they start calling me girl, I'm like, no. Call your sister girl and your friends girl. Because the moment we distort our positions, because we want them to be closer to us, they can be closer to us even if you are mom. You don't have to distort everything for it to be like, we are best of friends. Yes, I want them to be my friend, but not the friendship, like respect hakuna. I'm the mom.
Yeah.
I want some things hidden, like how we hid some of the things with our parents.
Yeah.
You know, so that iteo issue, they remain. You know, because if everything is just there, it's like, okay, then what?
That is to say that we need to set some boundaries.
Boundaries are important. It just goes in the fashion area. You see, a mom wants to dress how her 16-year-old is dressing. Okay, my mom dresses her way. Then I want to dress like my daughter. So you find there's a daughter, a grandchild, and grandmother dressing because it's the fashion. Where if you dress like that, what have you left for your daughter? And your mom, who was dressed like this, grandma of this child, what have you left for your daughter? So if you're gonna wear those jeans that I don't need to be hit with the stones here, I'm speaking as it is.
People are
it is real.
Let them come. Let them come.
Those jeans that have marimas and all that, if my daughter is wearing, I don't give myself permission to. It's the fashion, but it's not my time. Yeah. My time is gone.
Yeah.
Let me wear the demis while she wears the ones that have holes. And let Shosho wear whatever she's wearing. Because, yes, exactly, Kirida. Yes. Because I'm struggling with that. And then we say, our parenting is challenging. It's not going to be easy. So even our form of dressing, the words we talk, I always say, God help me not to be careless with my words. Because when we speak what we want to speak unto our kids, then they know it's okay. Atatusi huyo mzee hapo, ataongea vibaya kwa wale elders, and you're like, why are you doing like that? Mom, I saw you speak to so and so like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, unaraumu mtoto, but they have watched you talk to others like that. What message are you sending? If you really are hoping to be one of those people who heal the world, it's small acts like that. And when you see wrong, call it out. Call it out. Yes.
Talking about small acts, can you tell us more about yourself with the, is it Waruguru or Mimi?
No, Waruguru wa kind deeds.
Waruguru wa kind deeds.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Yes, Waruguru wa kind deeds, that's my name on YouTube. Yes, what we do pretty much is finding those small problems in our world that we can heal, be of service. So we have done cleaning supplies. We have brought like sanitary pads here. Actually, that initiative was ran by my daughter like 2 years ago now. We bought the pads which were donated to us and bath soap, and she brought them here to a home somewhere in Nairobi County. So our aim is when you can choose to be of service, it's not that because we have a lot, but remembering that if roles were reversed, and this is what I tell my girls, if roles were reversed, would you take that shirt? If you would not take it, then why do you think it should be given to the next person? Wow. Don't give them rags. Give them what you would take back. So anything that we put in those boxes is actually almost gently used or even brand new. It was worn maybe one time, tukaosha na machine. Unajua ngozi kiosha na machine hazina ati tararuka ama anything. So that's how we have continued, doing those small acts of kindness. We call ourselves, we say, one step at a time, because that's how our organization is called. But we call it like that because we are trying to do one thing at a time. Small acts, whether it's those sanitary pads, cleaning supplies, whether it's doing collaboration with my children, whether they're talking about the experience in school, what has worked, what has not worked. So our channel has a lot of videos that have different situations or different things that we have presented just to show people you can collaborate even with your own children to do meaningful, have meaningful conversations or do meaningful acts too.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So, see that name again, the
Waruguru,
YouTube channel.
Waruguru
Kindly go
Deeds.
to YouTube channel and check out Waruguru,
Kind Deeds.
You'll
Yeah.
be able to see what they are doing there.
Yes.
There was a reason why you put
Yes, when I talked about the self-care and I talked about journaling. So these Mimic Creations, we gift, we assemble packages based on the person, interest, and occasion. I always say it doesn't
person, interest,
and
occasion.
And it doesn't have to be a birthday. It doesn't have to be, it's your graduation. Gifting is anytime. This was birthed from me being gifted a gift that was a mismatch. I don't wear earrings and I don't wear a watch. Mine is to coach others. Be intentional with your gifts. Remain intentional. And gifting is not quantity, it's quality.
It's quality.
It's quality.
Wow.
Like we talk about self-care. Self-care is all over. Even that person receiving that gift, they will be like, oh, they thought of me. And why we use bags like this or shiodos or vases is because we want to save Mother Earth. We are polluting our world, our earth so much. So this is an item that she can keep. Let's say she's going to go on a vacation. Once she's done using the stuff that's in here, she can keep this and she'll remember. Yeah. Florence, Mimi, Jane, Jerry, Peter gifted me this in 20. Jane. Oh, is she?
Yes.
All right, Jane, this is for you. So this is how Mimic Creations was birthed. I know at times people think, gift, your gift. No. Please, if you're not even going to come to me to coach you how to do it, be intentional. Go on to our website too, mimiccreationsbaskets.com.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
We are so happy that you found time to come and be with us.
Oh, yeah.
Kindly, how can people connect with you?
Yes, definitely. I'm on social media, TikTok. If you really want to laugh wholeheartedly, go to TikTok.
We have laughed here.
Yeah, here.
Yes.
And Waruguru Kind Deeds to my YouTube. There's also, you're going to find some laughter there too. And then I'm on Facebook under Mimi Waruguru. So please go look for me, find me, like me, share with others, and leave me a response there too.
Yes.
And it was a great opportunity. Even to hear you say, we want our stories. Because how many of us even think of that? The work you have done, you want it to be somebody else aha moment or somebody else renewed strength.
Yeah.
So to hear you say that, because every time when we hold Matanga, I tell people, I'll say this because I just don't want to be left a headstone laying somewhere. I want it to be known Mimi Waruguru is the one who helped put that borehole. Mimi Waruguru is the one who donated books to this home. Mimi Waruguru, that's the legacy.
Yeah.
And once you form or start your own, there will be others that will follow your footsteps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are so happy. And we are looking forward to having you again.
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And we are coming to Minnesota.
Yes, you're welcome. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes.
And not Sora.
You're not Sora.
Hatuta Sota. That is what I'm saying. Our brothers and sisters from Kenya, Unajua nasubukanga. Mtu anawezaje toka Kenya aende kuishi mahali kwetu?
For greener pastures. That is why we left. Yeah, Minnesota. A land of 10,000 lakes. If
do you know
want
the meaning
to see,
of Minnesota in Kenya?
No, I don't know.
All this time I've been using this.
Minnesota.
Minnesota ni kusema hauna kitu.
Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, that's how I was like, nimenyita sasa. Yes.
Yes. Wow. So thank you so much.
Yes.
The Lord bless you.
You too.
And
thank
when
you.
you go back home, carry our greetings and love.
I will. And thank you, Sarah Munyiri. You are an asset.
Sarah Munyiri.
Sarah, you are an asset for sure.
Yes.
Yes, she's the one who connected me with Dr. Love. I'm forever grateful. She's a well of information.
Yes.
A well of wealth. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you, Sarah Munyiri. We really appreciate. Ubarikiwe sana.
Asante.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Wow, there you go. What have you learned from this lovely woman? You know, she has made us laugh. Have you laughed out there? She has made us laugh. And I want to know, what have you learned from this lovely lady? Yes, if there's something you have learned, kindly put it under the comment section and we'll be giving you feedback and we'll be reading your feedback and see what you're saying about the show. So thank you so much. And if this is your first time to be here, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel because great things are happening right here. And as you can see, we have gone international. Sisi ni wale wase. And so for now, kwa heri ya kuonana. That was Mimi Waruguru, all the way from United States of America, pale Minnesota. Minnesota. My name is Willie Kinyash. I'm a Dr. Love, and this is Couples Will Show. This is where we write down our love will when we are alive. But we don't want our love stories to be read when we are 6 feet under. Neither do we want our love stories to be read when we are gone. See you on Friday. Kwa heri ya kuonana.